Now, moving on, the Prime Minister's call for the country to switch off lights on Sunday at 9 o'clock at night for 9 minutes has power boards worried. Several state power boards have cautioned about the possibility of a crash of the power grid due to the fluctuation on load and are asking their powermen to be on standby with necessary backup to deal with this situation. The load is expected to have a steep fall at 9 o'clock and a steep rise at 9:09 p.m. The power board's urgent action is to be taken, in fact, in Uttar Pradesh for smooth and safe operations of the grid. The power board load shedding in a staggered manner may be done from 8 o'clock in the evening to about 9 p.m. to avoid a crashing. The UP board, in fact, the powermen will be made available in the headquarters from 8 to about 10:30 at night. Now, let's go across to Arvind. We have Arvind back with us. Arvind, we can expect some kind of load shedding in order to be prepared for this sudden fall in the load as well as this rise that they're expecting in a span of 9 minutes?
Divya, yesterday the Prime Minister had called for the countrymen to switch off lights for 9 minutes on April 5th from 9 p.m. to 9:09 p.m. This particular call by the Prime Minister has actually sent the State Power Transmission Corporation a bit worried. They have made this particular call by the Prime Minister has bit worried the State Power Transmission Corporation. In fact, we have accessed three circulars issued by the State Power Transmission Corporation to the powermen, one by Uttar Pradesh and second one by Tamil Nadu government. What Uttar Pradesh government has asked the powermen is that they should take all the necessary precautions to deal particularly with this situation. What the Power Transmission Corporation power boards are actually telling the powermen is that this is an unprecedented situation because from 9 p.m. we would be witnessing a steep fall in the usage of power, and all of a sudden in a span of 9 minutes again at 9:09 p.m. then there would be an increase, there would be a steep rise in the usage of power. So this particular fluctuation, this particular load fluctuation is actually worrying the Power Transmission Corporation. What they are calling it as an unprecedented situation. So they have asked all the powermen to be on standby. They should be available in their headquarters to deal with any contingencies if anything arises. And they have also asked the powermen to make sure that there is a backup to deal with this particular situation. This particular thing, the steep fall at 9 p.m. and then a steep rise at 9:09 p.m. In a span of 9 minutes, what the power corporations are actually saying is that there would be an unprecedented fluctuation on the load, and this might result in the crash of power grid, and there should be a necessary precaution to deal with the situation. So the UP Power Corporation, what they have advised is that there should be a staggered load shedding from 8 p.m. itself, so that this particular fluctuation can be balanced right from 8 p.m. itself.
Arvind, it's not like the fans or the air conditioning, those won't be switched off. So what kind of load are they talking about?
Divya, this is one particular reason where many are saying that this will not be a big difference. The fluctuation in the load will not be a big difference because only the lights will be switched off, and it is manageable. But what the power corporations in their circular, what they are saying is that though they are the domain experts, what they are saying is that at this point of time, even the commercial, even the industries are also not functioning. So even now the power consumption is at relatively low rate. So all of a sudden, if the entire country, if they switch off the light at that particular frequency, at that particular point of time, then there would be a steep fall. So the fall will be at 9 p.m. The fall in the usage of electricity, usage of power will be at 9 p.m. And all of a sudden at 9:09 p.m. within a span of 9 minutes, there will be an increase, there will be a steep rise. So this fluctuation at 9 p.m. to 9:09 p.m., this particular fluctuation might result in the crash of power grid, and that is why the Power Corporation has written to all their powermen to be on standby to take all the necessary precautions so that this particular fluctuation, this steep fall and steep rise can be balanced right from 8 p.m. itself.